Worldwide Emergency Broadcast System activation. Trump Tier 4B activated on Telegram Friday, March 20th, 2026. Very soon there will come a moment when every screen in the world, phones, TVs, computers, display the same message simultaneously. It's the EBS activating to expose the truth. Don't be afraid. Be ready. For 72 hours, 3 days, the world will receive a continuous stream of declassified information, the real history of the last 100 years, the crimes committed against humanity by those who claim to protect it, the technology that was stolen from you, the financial system that enslaved you, all of it, unfiltered, undeniable, and unstoppable. Some will panic, that is expected, but some, like you, will not panic. Like you, they have been preparing for this moment. Every time they read a post, every time they shared the truth, when it was unpopular, every time they trusted their instincts over the narrative. When the EBS goes live, yours and their role is simple. Be calm in the storm. Be the person your family turns to. Be the one who says, I told you, and now I will help you understand. The old world ends with the first EBS broadcast. The new world begins with you.
All right, let's get right into this. We're breaking down a really critical piece of intelligence today, the operational timeline for the global shutdown. We're going to go through this Section 17 phase by phase so you understand the exact sequence of events that's laid out.
Okay, so here's where it all kicks off. You have to understand, this whole thing is a meticulously controlled production. And the very first move? It's absolute, a total communications blackout. The point is to create this moment of a global pause, cutting off the endless stream of managed information and just forcing everyone, everywhere, to pay attention to what's coming next.
So phase 1 is the initial blackout. This is the moment the world's communication systems, the internet, your phone, all that constant digital noise are deliberately cut. It's designed to be a first strike shock. The idea is to completely disrupt the normal flow of everything and fracture that old, managed reality. It's all about preparing the ground for what's new.
Now look at the precision here for the first 72 hours. This isn't random chaos, not at all. It is a carefully sequenced operation. The cut, that's the trigger. Then you have the panic. That's the totally predictable response from a population that's been conditioned by the old system. And right on its heels is the EBS takeover, which is the direct countermeasure, the thing that introduces the new information. Every single hour is accounted for.
So this is absolutely crucial to understand. The first story you're going to hear is a deliberate lie. As soon as those main undersea cables are cut, the media channels you're used to are going to flood the airwaves with a prepackaged story, and they're going to blame it on the usual geopolitical villains. This is 100% by design. Its only purpose is to push those who are still unaware, what this timeline calls 3D sleepers, into a state of fear. That way their full attention is captured for everything that's about to follow.
Let's move on to the next phase, and you'll see how this all builds. This is the part where the timeline predicts we're going to see two very different reactions play out. And it's also where the role for those of you who are prepared for this, well, it becomes absolutely critical.
And this just perfectly illustrates that split. On one side, you're going to see what the source calls NPC behavior. Those predictable, almost programmed panic responses. The runs on stores, the gas stations. It's the confusion that sets in when that digital framework of information, what's called the AI scaffolding, starts to fall apart. But then, look at the other side. That is the mission for the resonating soul. That's you. The ones who are prepared to stay calm, to hold your ground, and to literally function as a lighthouse of stability for everyone else.
You see, this isn't just a passive role. It is your core function. Think about it. In a world that's suddenly filled with nothing but digital noise and fear, a calm, centered presence becomes the most powerful signal there is. When all those artificial constructs fall away, your calm resonance provides the only real signal for people who are lost in the static. You become the stabilizing frequency.
And now, we get to the pivot point of the entire operation. Once the old system is silenced and the public is fully focused, the next phase begins. The complete unfiltered release of suppressed truth on a global scale.
The way this happens is through a takeover of the emergency broadcast system. It's laid out as a very clean, very swift process. First, all media and internet are commandeered by what the source calls white hat forces. Second, a continuous broadcast starts up. It's going to last at least 72 hours, and it's filled with prepackaged, documentary-style disclosures. And the result? The false reality is shattered. Not slowly, not piece by piece, but in one single, overwhelming blow.
And what are these truth disclosures going to contain? Well, according to the timeline, they're going to cover a massive range of suppressed topics. We are talking about systemic election fraud, the existence of global child trafficking networks, and the reality of satanic cults. It will also reportedly present the specific crimes of elites who have already been removed and replaced, along with proof of what they call parasite control systems and the full exposure of the bloodlines that were warning them.
So, after all the disclosures, the final phase is designed to make sure the old power structure is permanently dismantled and that justice is served. This is the period of aftermath, of stabilization, and importantly, of accountability.
The main tool for justice described in this timeline will be the tribunals, and these are laid out not as some kind of show trial but as a series of methodical legal processes, some of them public, some of them secret, all of them designed to hold every single neutralized elite accountable through confessions, arrests, and, where it's deemed necessary, executions.
And just look at this table. The scope of this action is total. Every single pillar of the old structure, political leaders, corporate giants, media heads, royals, all of them are listed as neutralized. The actions you see there, like tribunals and arrests, while they represent the final accounting for their crimes, justice, as the source states, will be served.
So it's really crucial to understand the purpose of this lockdown period. This is not about control, it's about protection. The military presence is there simply to keep chaos at a minimum. It's about giving everyone the necessary time and space to just pause, to watch the disclosures as they're broadcast, and to begin aligning with the new, true reality. And that brings us to the final stage of this briefing. This part of the timeline. It's no longer just about watching the old world fall. It's about understanding your active role in building the new one.
This is the question, isn't it? The essential question you have to ask yourself. Your purpose has never been to argue with the old world or to add to its noise. It has been to wait, to hold your frequency, and to be ready to cut through the coming confusion with absolute clarity at the precise, critical moment. According to this timeline, that time is now upon us.
So, your final directive, according to the source material, is clear. Stay calm. Be the lighthouse. You've been given the pieces of this plan. Now, it's time to connect the dots. For any further intelligence, the source directs you to check the Telegram channel, the 21st Memory. The operational timeline is active.
Quantum Financial System, Global